This is the Golden Gate. It's the East Gate. It's known as the Mercy Gate to Jerusalem. As you can tell, it's been sealed up for a long, long time.
The sealed gate of Jerusalem is shaking. Is this a sign of Jesus' return? Jerusalem, a city full of history, religion, and mysteries. But now something is happening there which has caught everyone's attention. The Golden Gate, located on the eastern wall which was sealed centuries ago, is now seen moving. This is the same gate that, according to Jewish belief, the Messiah will cross, and which was closed by Muslim rulers out of fear, so that the Messiah could not come in sight. Now, suddenly, some videos are going viral where it is seen that this gate is shaking by itself without any tampering. Some say it is just the wind, some are talking about traffic or vibrations of the ground, but those who believe in Bible prophecies are saying, this is the sign that was awaited for centuries. So is the return of Jesus Christ really near? Is this sealed gate going to open now? Are we witnessing the beginning of a divine moment? In this video, we will show you those shocking clips, introduce you to people who saw it live, and tell you how big this event is with reference to the Bible. This is not just a gate. This is perhaps the door to a change that can shake the thinking of the whole world. If you love Jesus Christ, then subscribe to this channel now, because bringing out and spreading the truth, that too is a service. The Gate of Jerusalem, which has become a topic of discussion all over the world today, is the Golden Gate, which is also called the Eastern Gate. Now, the question arises that where is this gate? So this gate is built on the east wall of the old city of Jerusalem. That is, it is in that direction of the city from where the sun rises. That is why it is called the Eastern Gate. But it is also named Golden Gate, because in religious belief, it is considered a divine entrance, a way through which only the Messiah will come. Now let us know who closed it and why. History tells that in 1541 AD, the Ottoman emperor of that time, Sultan Solomon the Magnificent, got this gate completely sealed, meaning it was filled with stones so that no one could enter through this way. Now the question is, why was this done? Actually, the Jews believe that when the Messiah comes, he will enter Jerusalem from this eastern gate. Seeing this belief, the Sultan thought that if he gets this door closed, the Messiah will never be able to enter. Not only this, he also built a Muslim cemetery outside the door. Why? Because in Judaism, a priest cannot pass by a grave, and the Messiah is considered to be a Jewish Kohan. That is, this entire planning was a kind of spiritual blockade so that the path of the Messiah is blocked forever. Imagine how much fear there was from that coming prince, that a king took this step centuries ago, and today, when that door is seen moving without any human touch, people have started asking questions again. Is the path of the Messiah going to open again now? Golden Gate or Eastern Gate is not an ordinary gate. Its importance is not limited to history only. This gate is associated with very deep religious beliefs and prophecy for three major religions. First, let us talk about Judaism. Jews believe that when the Messiah, that is, their Savior, comes, he will enter Jerusalem through this Eastern Gate. It is clearly written in their scriptures that the Messiah will come to the temple from the east, and the Eastern Gate opens directly towards the place of the old temple. This is why this gate is very sacred and symbolic for them. Now let us talk about Christians. Christians believe that Jesus Christ has already entered Jerusalem through this gate. It is described in the Bible that on Palm Sunday, when Jesus came riding on a donkey and people spread palm branches to welcome him, he came from here. For them, this gate is proof that the prophecy has been fulfilled before and will be fulfilled in the future too. On the third side are Muslims. According to Islamic belief, on Judgment Day, when justice will be done, this door will be the place from where Allah's orders and angels will start. That is why many Muslim kings and rulers built their graves near this door so that they can be the first to go to heaven on the Day of Judgment. Just think, one door, but it holds such a great importance for all three Abrahamic religions. Some consider it the path of the Messiah, some consider it a witness to an old miracle, and some consider it the starting point of the doomsday. And now when this door is suddenly seen shaking, is this the bell of those prophecies that have been written for thousands of years? Now the most shocking thing is that recently some strange incidents related to this Golden Gate have come to light, due to which the internet is in a state of panic. A few weeks ago, a video clip went viral on social media and YouTube. It is clearly visible in it that the eastern wall of Jerusalem, that is, the place where the Golden Gate is built, is seen moving a little. And not only this, the stones of the gate are also seen in the camera, as if they are moving on their own. Now this may sound strange, but when you see that footage, you yourself feel something is wrong. Some people also said that they felt slight vibrations near the gate. Tourists and local guides present there say that this had never happened before. Now the question arises, is this a trick of the camera angle? Is this just movement due to wind or traffic or something else, which is beyond our understanding? People's opinions on the video are divided. Some are saying all this is fake, edited, while some people are claiming we have seen with our own eyes that the door was shaking. And this is where the real suspense begins. Because if it is just a stone wall, then why is it shaking suddenly? Why not any other door, but the same Golden Gate, which is associated with the return of the Messiah and Judgment Day? Is this a divine signal? Is the door closed for centuries now, ready to open? These are the questions that the whole world is asking now, and in this video we are going to tell you the whole truth by combining all those footage, testimonies, and prophecies. Now when the news and video of the Golden Gate shaking came out, then obviously the opinions of experts also started coming out, and you will be surprised to know that people from different fields are looking at this incident from a completely different perspective. First of all, let's talk about scientists. Many geologists believe that in the zone where Jerusalem falls, there are mild activities inside the ground. According to them, the shaking effect that is being seen may be due to micro-vibrations or tectonic shifts. That is the effect of the very subtle, at a very small level, movement in the ground is seen on the old walls and doors. The opinion of engineers is also somewhat similar. They say that the structure of the Golden Gate is very old, hundreds of years old. With time, the strength of the stone decreases, sometimes due to temperature changes, rain, wind, and ground movement. The stone structure itself starts moving slightly. They say that it is possible that the stones of the door have become loose, and that is what is visible as movement in the camera. But now let us come to the opinion of religious scholars and theologians, and this is where the matter becomes interesting. Many Bible scholars, rabbis, and priests believe that all this is not a coincidence. They believe that the door, which was sealed centuries ago due to fear of prophecy, now moving on its own, is not an ordinary thing. They say this could be a divine sign, a warning, or the beginning of the arrival of the Messiah. That is, while on one hand, scientists are considering it just a natural event, on the other hand, many religious experts are linking it to the prophecies of the Bible. And now the real question arises, is this just science or something more? Is some big truth going to be revealed? Now, when we are talking about this Golden Gate of Jerusalem, the prophecies of the Bible cannot be ignored, because the things that were written hundreds of years ago now seem to be coming true. The biggest prophecy is found in the Bible book Ezekiel. In its 44th chapter it is clearly written, "Then he brought me again to the outer gate, which is towards the east, and it was shut. And the Lord said to me, This gate will be shut. It will not open, and no man will go out through it, because the King of Israel, that is, the Lord, has entered through it. Therefore it will be shut." Ezekiel 44, 1-3. That is, the Bible itself says that the eastern gate will remain closed until the Prince, i.e. the Messiah, returns. And imagine, the same door is still closed today, and now it is seen shaking. In addition, the book of Zechariah also mentions the Messiah's return, that he will stand on the Mount of Olives and enter Jerusalem from there. And if you look at the map, the Mount of Olives is directly in front of the Eastern Gate. The book of Daniel also gives a timeline when the Messiah will come and how everything will change in the last days. Now the question arises, are all these prophecies slowly being fulfilled now? Is it just a coincidence that the same gate is now seen moving, which was said to remain closed until the arrival of the prince? Many Bible scholars say this is not a minor change, but a sign, perhaps the beginning of the time which was awaited for thousands of years. And if this is true, then the world may be standing at a turning point, from where everything can change. Now it is not just about a door. If we open our eyes and look at the world carefully, something strange and scary is happening everywhere. And many people are asking, are these the same signs mentioned in the Bible? First of all, look at war and tension. Today the situation is bad all over the world. Somewhere there is a war between Russia and Ukraine. Somewhere there is bombing between Israel and Hamas, China, Taiwan, North Korea. There is a ticking time bomb everywhere. Many experts are saying that we are standing on the brink of World War III. Then let's talk about natural disasters, earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes. Their number and strength are increasing day by day. Even in areas where there was no earthquake before, the earth is shaking. The terrible earthquakes that occurred all over the world in 2023 and 2024 took thousands of lives. And yes, pandemics have become the new normal now. COVID-19 shook the whole world. Even after that, different diseases like monkeypox, Nipah virus, and new variants are constantly emerging. People are now afraid not just of disease, but also of the uncertainty of the future. Now think, is all this just a coincidence? Or is what is written in the Bible really starting to happen now? According to the Bible, before the return of the Messiah, all these signs will appear in the world. Wars between nations, famine, epidemics, and earthquakes. Fear, confusion, and unrest among people. And a time will come when the sky and the earth will speak. Now that the sealed Golden Gate of Jerusalem has started shaking itself and all these upheavals are happening in the world simultaneously, people are asking, is the return of the Messiah very close now? Many religious experts believe that this time corresponds to the time in the Bible called the end times, a time when all systems will change, the truth will be revealed, and the kingdom of God will begin. So now the question is not whether something will happen or not. The question is, are we ready? While on one hand people believe that the movement of the Golden Gate could be a divine sign, on the other hand, many people do not agree with this. They say that we are probably overreacting and are unnecessarily making this whole incident big. Some people are calling it a simple conspiracy theory. They say that all these are rumors, which are being made viral so that fear and religious upheaval spreads among the people. According to them, sometimes a gate moves, sometimes a prophecy goes viral. All this happens only for publicity and views. Some experts and YouTube creators have even said that these video clips are edited. They claim that the camera angle, light, shadow, and light VFX added in the video have created an illusion as if the door is moving. One argument for their point is that if something like this was really happening, then the international media would have covered it. But till now, no major news channel has reported this. So is all this really fake? Is this a big illusion in which we are all being misled? Some people say, we are living in today's era. Science has advanced so much. In such a situation, linking the shaking of a door to the return of the Messiah seems like a superstition. But on the other hand, many people also say, just because something cannot be proved by science, it does not mean that it is a lie. It may be something that we are not able to understand right now. This is where the real question arises. Is this really a divine sign? Or is it a human delusion? It is possible that no one has the answer right now, but when a door which was closed for centuries suddenly starts shaking, then it is absolutely justified to ask this question: are we standing on the threshold of a big change? Now let's talk about those who have seen the movement in the Golden Gate with their own eyes. This is not just limited to viral videos on the internet. There are some people who were present at the place when all this happened. Abdul, a local tour guide in Jerusalem, says, "I take tourists to see the Eastern Wall every day, but that day something was different. Standing near the gate, it felt as if something was moving under the ground. The stones of the wall seemed to move a little. I had never seen this before." Another tourist who came from America says, even more shocking, "We were standing in front of the gate with a group. The weather was absolutely calm, no wind, no noise. Suddenly there was a jolt as if the ground trembled. And then, for a few seconds, the stones of the gate seemed to be breathing. We were all looking at each other. No one understood what it was. But one thing is certain, something was there." A local cameraman who often takes street photography in Jerusalem recorded a video that clearly shows the movement. He said, "I thought the camera was faulty at first, but when I zoomed in again, the same gate was moving. Since then, many people have come to me, some calling it a miracle, some fearful, but what I saw is still fresh in my mind." What is common in these testimonies is that everyone felt something unusual, something that does not happen on a normal day. Now think, when different people in the same place say the same thing, and that too without any agenda, can it be completely ignored? Sometimes the truth does not make any noise, it just knocks softly at the door, and perhaps this movement at the Golden Gate is also the first sign of that very truth, which can change the world in the times to come. So now the biggest question, is this Golden Gate just an old stone door, or is it hiding a big sign? Imagine a door that has been closed for centuries, which is seen moving without any human interference, a place that is considered sacred for Jews, Christians, and Muslims, and now, when the whole world is in turmoil, war, earthquakes, epidemics, and an atmosphere of fear, then the movement in that door. Is all this just a coincidence? Or is all this trying to explain something bigger to us? Some people will say, hey, this is just a camera trick, or if the earth shakes, then the walls will also shake. But if it was just science, then why are so many people feeling a strange restlessness in their hearts? Why are the prophecies of every religion suddenly starting to come true? If Jesus Christ is really going to return, then are we really ready for it? Are we ready for a world that will never be the same? We are so busy with our lives, work, money, social media, fights, that we have forgotten that there is another truth, which is bigger than all these. This commotion at Golden Gate is perhaps the knock of that truth. Sometimes there is a voice, even in silence, and that voice is saying that now there is very little time. So now ask yourself, are you ready to see the truth? Do you just want to watch the news? Or do you also want to understand it? And if Jesus Christ comes back tomorrow, will you be afraid to see him? Or will you accept him with an open heart? The decision is in your hands. If this video has made you think even a little, if you still have questions in your mind, then it means that there is definitely something that is shaking us from within. So first of all, subscribe to the channel so that whenever we make any such revelation, you will be the first to know. And yes, do write your opinion in the comment box. What do you think? Can this be a sign of the return of the Messiah? Or is all this just a coincidence? And if you think that someone else should also see this video, then do share it, because spreading the truth is also a kind of service. It is possible that with one share of yours, someone's thinking may change, or someone may get the answer he has been looking for years. Let us bring the truth out together. Now, it is your turn.